So this is the mouse that I honestly think will change the way we think about gaming mice going forward. Say hello to the Pathfinder by Orbital, a fully modular mouse that will pretty much allow you to find the best shape all in one package. Before I start talking about this mouse, just a heads up, this is still an early production unit, so things like the quality and the performance will be different from the retail unit. So right out of the box, you're going to see this. This is pretty much the base plate for the whole mouse, so everything will be attached to this. The left and right side, back comp, and the side buttons are all interchangeable, so the only stacked parts on this mouse are the scroll wheel and the clicks. Those can't be changed out, which is fine since the shape and position of the scroll wheel is in a perfect position that complements the mouse really well. The clicks are good as well, even for a pre-production unit. The mouse is using one of my favorite switches, the Omron Opticals. The implementation of them feels really solid. There is some pre-travel, but I have no doubt they'll be tuned a bit for launch. The button height is a good middle ground between having them too high or too low and will be comfortable for most people. Briefly going to talk about the specs, as that's not really the main focus with this mouse, but it's still packing some performance in it though. The retail units will be using the 3950, will come shipped and ready to go up to 4000 Hz with the included dongle in the box, with plans to go up to 8000 Hz. The weight of this mouse is 53 to 59 grams, just depending on how you configure your mouse. A lot of us peripheral enthusiasts cycle or buy mice like crazy to find a shape that works the best for us, but with the Pathfinder, it's a one-time purchase for a mouse that has more than 2500 different combinations. In a separate box that comes with your mouse when you purchase it, you get all of your modular pieces that attach to the mouse. You get 4 different attachments for the left side and 7 different attachments for the right side of the mouse, along with 4 different humps and 3 different choices for the side buttons. You also get some spacers for the sides of the mouse and the hump if you want the mouse to be longer or wider. And like I said before, with these parts you can make more than 2500 different combinations. Each of these parts have their own name and descriptors, like how the finger placement will be and how much contact your fingers will have with that individual part, as well as a little description and story explaining the part. Starting off with the right side of the mouse, you have 7 different parts you can choose from. You have the average part, which is the pretty basic flattest shape they offer, and it also offers the most room for your fingers. There is the pinch attachment, which gives the mouse some more curvature on the right side, making it feel more like a pen and more accurate. The claw attachment is one of my favorite parts for the right side of the mouse, as it allows you to aggressively hold the mouse and pull it back into your palm. The right hand attachment is going to be best suited if you're looking for the most comfortable option, not the most ideal for claw grip, but more suited for palm grip with the way your fingers sit onto it. The last 3 parts for the right side are going to be more experimental parts, starting off with the extra claw. This is focused towards people that want more control by using claw grip, a super aggressive shape that locks your fingers in and allows you to pull the mouse back into your palm a lot. This is a part I have been using a ton as it's something I really enjoyed. The slash is like the extra claw but focuses more on a central finger placement. And then finally the wave shape. This is also a part I had a lot of fun with just because of how out there it is. This part forces your fingers to pretty much the front of the mouse, so you are getting a more accurate feeling. I can see a lot of people that mainly play static games like Valorant or Counter-Strike liking this part just because of how snappy it forces your aim to be. As for the left side of the mouse, the parts included are more standard. Comes with 4 parts in the box. You have the average, pinch, and claw again, which are symmetrical to the right side. The last part is a different shape, the latch attachment. Very aggressive shape that is perfect for claw grip, just because it pretty much cradles your thumb, allowing you to force the mouse back into your palm. And then you get 4 different humps. The low hump has very minimal palm contact, perfect for fingertip grip. The medium hump, which I have been using the most, as it doesn't fill up my whole palm, but only a little bit of it, so it still gives me some room to play around with. The high hump, which is pretty much meant for whole palm contact, going to be great for people that just want to use a palm grip. And then you have the right hand hump, which gives the mouse a more ergo-like feel with a lot of left side palm contact. Included in the box as well are some spacers, so for instance if the mouse with the attachments feels too thin or too short, you can put the spacers between the part to make the mouse wider or longer. The side attachment spacers add 1.25mm and the hump spacer adds 4mm, and they are able to be stacked. You also have the option of 3 different sets of side buttons. They range from short, medium, and tall, which is great as I found some of the attachments for the left side of the mouse do tend to block the side buttons, so you can just change them out for taller ones. The config I was mostly using was the AAM000, which pretty much means average part on the left and right side with the medium hump and 0 spacers. For the config names, it goes left side first and then right side and then hump, and then left, right, and hump spacers. For example, if I was using the pinch attachment on the left and the extra claw on the right with the low hump with a spacer on the right side, it would be the PXL010. Each modular part is rated for 20,000 cycles, so about 3 years of changing shapes 20 times a day, and it's covered by a 2-year warranty as well, just in case something happens. The Orbital team is also super excited about seeing 3D printed shapes, which will be cool to see all the shapes people come up with. Things that will change with this mouse when it fully comes out, as you may think the unit I have right now is a bit rough looking. Build quality will be updated completely with the proper materials, as this is just a 3D printed model. The real unit will use ABS. The surface finish will also be updated with a proper coating. Minor things like M1 and M2 being slightly crooked, and just some tolerance issues as well will be fixed. Pre-orders for this mouse will start on October 1st, and the actual mouse will be shipping out in late March. The cost of this mouse is going to be $189, which I think is a very fair price for what you are getting, as you are getting the mouse itself that is packed with performance and all of the attachments as well that let you make more than 2,500 different configurations. A mouse like this couldn't have come out at a better time, since most mice releasing this past year have been pretty much carbon copies of each other, so it's nice to see finally some innovation in this space.